I.Eat.Games, yeah.
Hey Mercs, Mark here, and we are playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. We are fighting Roche, and he is a boss that we need to take down. He's pretty difficult at first, but I'm going to show you a couple tips that hopefully will make it pretty easy. Now, in the first phase, we're going to block and counter quite a bit, but we're also going to be pretty aggressive. The Punisher stance is really important because when you press R1, it will auto-counter for you, but you move very slowly around the arena, so just keep that in mind. In operator stance, there is no auto parry, there is just block, but you can block ranged attacks. He's weak to fire, which is important. And in the second phase, he dashes a lot. I'm going to show you how to deal with that, his weaknesses, and then how we can basically take him down fairly easily. So when we get started here, though, he's going to throw you a heal, which is really nice. We appreciate that. But I just want to show you that in phase 1, you can kind of just run around the battlefield here and sort of play with him. He is aggressive. He does have some spells, like when you see him do this. When you see that aura, dodge out of the way to the left or the right. Don't do what I did and dodge back, because he will just hit you. So be sure you're dodging. You can really only counter those attacks where he's swinging, but the rest you have to dodge. Now that yellow line on the bottom is the stagger meter. That gauge is important because we want to build it up, just like a posture meter in Sekiro. We want to build it up so that we can do more damage to him. And we could do that by basically using our abilities. And remember, he has a weakness to fire. So if you can, use your fire spells on him as well. Now, keep circling around him. Try not to attack him head on, but circle around him, attack. And you can, like you see what I'm doing here. I'm sort of tossing him around because I'm being pretty aggressive in my Punisher stance. Now, remember, Punisher you can only use when you're up close. Actually, I'm in operator mode right now, but when you're up close, you can see I switched. If you're in operator mode and you switch to Punisher mode by hitting the triangle quickly, you can parry him and it does some damage. But if you're in Punisher stance already and you press R1, it will auto counter him, making it really easy. And I actually didn't realize this until I was going through this fight, and I kind of happened upon it where I was holding R1 and he was auto countering, and it seems almost too easy, but yes, that's what you can do. Now in phase 2, he's going to be more aggressive, and when you see him pull his sword back like that, he's going to do this thrust attack, and we want to wait for him. We're going to sort of bait him into doing that so that when he exposes himself like this, we're going to make sure you're not in Punisher mode. You have to be in operator mode. You can quickly get up behind him and attack him. And that's basically what you're going to do for the most part in phase 2. And so we're going to, we're going to run around. We're going to bait him into a thrust dashing attack like that. And then we're going to scoop in. And then we're going to get in there. You can switch to Punisher mode, but you know what? I don't like it because it really slows you down. Even though you do more damage, it's harder to get away from him, which is what we need to do, like I'm doing right there. So I suggest staying in operator mode because eventually you're just going to wear him down anyway. And so once we build up our ATB meter, we're going to use that to, like this. We're going to use, I like focused thrust because it sort of pins you to him and it keeps you close to him so you can continue to hit him afterwards. But for the most part, keep your distance, draw him into a thrust attack, sweep in, and if you press the X button while you're in operator mode, you'll quickly slide up to him and start attacking him. And so you can see now that he's staggered, his meter is slowly ticking down. This is when we can do 160% bonus to our damage. And we just keep going and keep using all your abilities. I probably should have used more of my magic here. So I suggest you try to keep that in mind. But when he begins to turn around, that's when you want to back up and you want to draw him into doing another dash attack. You can see how the fire spell actually did a pretty decent amount of damage there. And then when you get him down, it's all over. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. It does help me out quite a bit. Thanks for checking out my video.